Okay, hey there, Pisces. This is Kim here with your reading, and this reading is going to be for this second part, well, the last part of January into February. That is the intent. See what's going to happen for the rest of this month for you. So, spirit guides, angels, help me with this message. For the sign of Pisces, for the ones that were attracted to this reading. Wow. Okay. Good. Spark of light. This is like this scintillation. It is a light that you see that brings you hope. Possibly here because it's tied to this spring energy, which means that something kind of new is forming for you. It can be an epiphany moment, that spark of light. You have Jupiter. You have vinegar. Kind of looks like vinegar is wanting to come out in the reverse. So I think I'm going to read it as if it were in the reverse because the message makes sense that you would be on your way to some really expansive Jupiter, lucky, abundant energy once you've freed up the space. And that's kind of what we're doing if vinegar is in the reverse. We're releasing any emotions or ties to memories that just seem to fester or, that have a hard time leaving. Taking up space, right, for energy. So once that has been, processed but moved out of the way, certainly there is a lot happening with the energy. And I will tell you, there's another geomagnetic storm coming. I think they said 20th, 21st with X-class flares that were given off January 18th, 2026. So I think that stuff is all helping with the energy right now. And so something here is going to give you hope. Faith is seeing that this is what it is. Wow. I didn't know that this, it's been a while since I used this. I didn't know that was on the bottom. So see this word right here. This is that scintillation. This is talking about the spark of light. So if it's on the bottom of the deck, it can mean that we don't see this coming. We don't know that there's something pretty big that's going to come in and say, look, it's all not just going to be all right, but it's going to be a time for abundance and expansion. So it's very positive. Expansion. That's what it's about. The cosmic ether. Wow, the anomaly. Okay, that's good. Let me get one more here. Supernova. In a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me. Okay, synchronistic rotation. It's what you don't see. Okay. So this message is pretty clear here. It's saying what you don't see, what I've already talked about, is that you have freed up energetically what is necessary for something really good, big, expansive, and positive to come into your life. The synchronistic rotation card is literally like talking about the way the moon orbits the earth, and then there's the dark side of the moon that you never see. So there's this phase to manifestation that we don't see, but energetically we can still believe in, and we can actually still feel. So that's what the cosmic ether is trying to tell you to do, is to believe before you see, something manifest and know that this is different. You know, I was gonna say, because when I talk about like, okay, you may be fortunate, this is gonna be a time of saying abundance, right? That there's a lot going on in the world right now, a lot, and it's making it more difficult for certain ways to be reliable for any kind of abundance. But it seems like, you know, it's showing up here for you, and you're going to be the anomaly. So you're going to be the person that gets to see their life stands out compared to the rest. There's no copy paste with you. You are the anomaly, but moreover, the manifestation is going to seem like an anomaly based on the time that it's actually coming about, I think. So the supernova is it is the creation of a star with the death of a previous one. So you have a death and rebirth, beginnings and endings. Supernova is such a big experience that they say it can be seen with the visible eye, and it's so big that it kind of nothing, you don't notice anything else in the galaxy except for this when a supernova is happening. So this is quite big. Whatever this is, it's quite big, and maybe we'll get some more information on like what this is or what this can mean for you all. Let's pull tarot. Especially with the scintillation there being on the bottom, it just that is to me real alignment for you, because that deck wasn't touched for a couple of days, I think. So it's another message in your reading that things that don't appear to be in alignment are actually in alignment for this to happen for you. Including everything, even your judgment of whether something is good or bad. I feel like it doesn't matter at this point. It's part of your alignment for where you're going, where you are right now. Okay, what else do you have for Pisces? Let me clear that energy. I don't think I knocked it through. There we go. What can you tell me about the thing that's coming that is going to be wonderful, it looks like? Or more information about all of that. So let me put this here. That's the cosmic ether. I love that one. And your anomaly. I'm going to cover up that vinegar because I think essentially, well, you've already moved something quite profound out of your life. Wow, that is a card that we would say is the spark, right? It's a spiritual spark or fire in the Page of Wands. In this deck, that card means that there's good news. Yes, just like regular tarot. Good news, passionate, but it also says a spiritual gift is being activated at this time when you see that card, because the gift is, or the spark, they're saying, is coming from inside you. Oh, so you see how that's different than the Ace of Wands, which would be like a portal, something that happens outside of us. We're like, oh, look, there it is. There's the path, and we're kind of get to have that type of adventure. This is an adventure into the spiritual fire that is, or the spark that is within you, and it could be something kind of new. Pages are new, and the start of something, right? All you need is a spark, and then you've got fire. Okay, and then Lana Del Rey, that song, I've got a burning desire for you, baby. I can't sing it right now, right? I can't sing that low. But I've got a burning desire for you, baby. That song is coming in my head, too. I don't know if it's this essence, this spark inside you, speaking to you, trying to get you motivated, passionate, trying to get you passionate, to inspire you. I've got a burning desire for you, baby. Okay, it could be another person. Could be another person, someone coming in, or somebody that's already here. Because I can't say that. Oh well, I don't know. I got the two of swords here. The Two of Swords card to me, and this one's on the top. All right, so. Yeah, that usually means a very similar thing. I feel like if you're being drawn to this reading, then it is probably talking about you making a tough decision to end a contract. There's some sort of, either it feels like a legality or like something that you're contracted or bound to in some way. Like it could just be a really big promise that's been made over so many years or something like that. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a marriage or an actual contract. I feel like it's a soul contract that might be coming to an end. They're wanting me to no, okay, no advice here. All right, no advice on the cards. They're saying that this is just to pass along the message that right now is a time of peaceful deliberation within your own mind, trying to weigh out the pros and cons of the situation before you decide. You're going to think long and hard on this. Until then, though, interesting. You see both. Okay, so with the Two of Swords, she's making a decision, and there's something here. There's always a pause or a delay of some sort, a postponement, maybe even. She has her eyes covered, and to me, I feel like there's something here. You're going to have to, even with it being air, you see the water in the background, you're going to have to use your spiritual eyes or spiritual judgment to see and make a decision. And until then, though, there's this is the feeling. That person's eyes are covered here, but you see what I'm saying? She knows she can get out of that. And by the way, I had a comment saying that, I won't even tell you the comment. I get some crazy comments, but I don't do gender on when I'm reading, just general readings for YouTube. They're always, could be male, could be female, either or. But if I'm talking about a picture on a card and it is a woman, then I will say she, because that's just what comes out. It's natural to me. So don't take offense to it. It could be a he. That is in the middle of these swords. So you have these swords, and obviously this person, she knows that she can get through these swords easily, but still feels like there's this little rope around. The rope doesn't represent nothing. I want to say that, because sometimes we can interpret the Eight of Swords as, this might be just a worry all in the head. No, it's actually something. It's just something that's not tied to you that tightly, right? So the one thing could be overthinking. Each time we get into the vinegar energy, if it's talking about the Eight of Swords, it's because we would be a person who's focused on all of the ways that we are lacking freedom due to this contract that we are in. So when we're doing that, and it's called ruminating, right? We're ruminating on something over and over and over. It can put it into the vinegar. The vinegar is, you're giving it energy, and it's taking up space of what could be. So I mean, maybe they're saying this Two of Swords will help solve that feeling. Okay, it's more of a feeling here. the Lovers on the bottom. Seems like it's about a pretty important connection in your life. But there could be something new coming in here. Tell me about the new. Well, they wanted me to let you know here, Pisces, that you have a decision to make. You're going to have a really big decision to make. And this decision is going to allow you to feel more happy, carefree, free. It's that type of love. The Lovers, here at a crossroads in a person's life. And the person comes in as any type of soulmate you can imagine. For any different reason. But one thing they all have in common is they're pivotal for a conjunction in your life. Most important. Yeah, and you have this decision to make then. Chariot here on the bottom. I mean, the Lovers card leads to good things, you know. When I see it like that. The Chariot is talking about you being very aware as you are moving right along with life, with the speed of life. I feel like the Pisces I'm talking to are caught up, you know what I mean? Like they're handling things pretty well. You would have to keep up with them. You would have to be like the Chariot to keep up with this group of Pisces. You all have your stuff together. And so now there's a very important decision. And they're also wanting me to let you know that this is rare. Because of that anomaly card coming out here, this is something very rare. And I think this may be some sort of relationship or bond that you will cherish. Okay, so let's pull from the 108 Oracle. We'll get a few Oracle out here, as well as these tarot. Travel could be in the cards for you here also. Marriage, the Hierophant. Overcoming hardship, misfortune, or struggles. If you had a step back or some sort of extra pressure, chances are you reached out to your spirituality to help guide you through it with the cross. Could have been in this 8 of Swords energy and feeling like something you're doing is a sacrifice, but it's for the highest good at the moment. And that could be why we're still in a position we'd rather move from. If so, there could be some sort of exchange or sacrifice that you have made, and there's a reason for it. But it seems like there's also going to be like some sort of a calling energy here that comes in, and this faith is what's helping you out. Purpose driven. Wow. Anam Kara. It's the card that represents unconditional love, romance, soulmates, uncommon bond, devoted, always, tenderness, timeless, constant affection, best friends, appreciation, unchanging, infinite love. Yeah, putting others first. I feel like you did. You did in some way that could be a little resentment behind it. But, you know, we're here to have a human existence. That's really actually very normal. So I have grapes, abundance, bearing fruit, harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity, surplus, fullness, juicy, overindulgence, or overindulgent. No, overindulge. Goodness. Tempting goodness, plentiful wealth, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. So definitely have something with good fortune going on here. After you've experienced the contrast. And this whole situation here too, I also feel like that synchronistic rotation card means that you could be in a spot where you feel like something has been hidden from you like the whole time, or something has always been hidden from you, and that might be one of the reasons of wanting to end something. So I have a timing card. It says within 6 to 9 months. Autumn, within 6 to 9 months. I wonder if that's when, usually, okay, if big cards like that, big timing cards like that come out, then it represents like the fullness of the manifestation to me, of when you choose a different path, or when you decide to choose a different path, and then the big, like from kind of, I don't want to say the outcome, but you know what I mean, like when something is full-blown manifest for you and it looks good. As I say that, I'm getting another timing card. So I said this was full-blown manifestation. This is probably when this big choice is going to come in. The summer is what I'm getting. Or it could be within 3 months. Okay. They're going to have to clarify on that for me, on what that is. Whoa, okay. It might be that. The Motherlode card is your millionaire, billionaire card. It's the biggest amount in that deck that you can get. I mean, you own this map here. You own the Motherlode here. Prosperity, jackpot, success, sudden wealth, good fortune, accomplishment, fortune. Something is going to be really worth waiting for. I promise you. I think maybe the Motherlode is here, though. I mean, unless it just happens out of the blue, which it can. The timing that comes, could be March, end of March. And I have the tandem bicycle. It laid on top of the Hierophant. Some of you are going through, or will be going through legal matters regarding an actual contract where you have to go to court to figure something out. But this is about something being fair or finished and an offer accepted. Also, this can be a new person coming in, like that lover's energy. Alliance, partnership, togetherness, hooked up. Wow. 111 and 11 on this split. And 0, 0. 7, 7, 7. This is what I feel like you are in, like the 7 from the Chariot. I kind of was feeling that energy with you all anyway, that you're in a flow state right now. Not much can stop you. 777 is your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. I am in the flow. And 0, 0, angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. I am observant. They're just wanting you to pay attention to the signals that they send, the messages that they send you, and they will send you more then, right? When they're acknowledged and you're aware and conscious and acknowledging them, they will send more. So if you would like a private reading, by the way, my readings are pre-recorded videos. I send you a private link, and you ask me what you want to know in the notes section at checkout. Do try to keep prices pretty affordable. And I will try to maintain that this year. I will try to keep them the same way that they are right now, at least for as long as I can. So, you have a visitor. She would like to say hello. She's looking over your reading, saying that's a pretty good reading. Yeah. Anyway, the information's in the description box below. And I'm always sending you love and light, and I do appreciate you being here. Much love. Bye-bye.